can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dream Scourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. And if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time. Or the forces behind it. I was 17. That makes it... Gods, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Kolichi got me to crack open a book. I have a lot of catching up to do in my studies. Need to make up for lost time. My mother and father didn't know the risks, and I can't stop thinking about them. Caution and experience will stop us from repeating their mistakes. That's all I care to say for now. At least, about this topic. I thought my family's research could help Emeralds there. That it could... Good question. The idea of finishing my parents' work gives me a warm feeling. But do I want it? I know I've got one lifetime. I'm glad you think so. Not that I need your... I like knowing that I have it. This is the one life where I am Giada Castel, Animancer extraordinaire. In the next life, I could be an idiotic tree. I have an obligation to use the time I have. No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe. That little island off of Dawnshore? Ignato Casto led the Valian trading company in the Deadfire Archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy. And apparently... he had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous. I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already. Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories. Some say Castle is still in power, while others think he's second in command. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castle succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream. Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul, to become fully aware of my past lives. Every Animancer tries, and fail. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and...
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before? And I'm just I try not to think about it. A simple... The device is attuned to the spiritual end, but essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk. And look how well that... Don't get me wrong, this invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. Perhaps it should remain that way. Anyone in particular? Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him. Just not too on the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. But there's something deeper. Something... Oh, not at all. Kai is a sweetheart. And if there's another side to him, he'll show... No need to... Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't... Good question. Marius could hunt the great western stag if he set his mind to it. But his own feelings elude him. When he wants to find himself, give him room to do so, but don't push him. Just be there to catch him. We haven't been together long, but in Paradise you have a reputation for being an unlawful misfit. This is the frontier, after all. We don't... Your Messi Verno tolerates you well enough. No doubt thanks to my influence. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. I've spilled all the gossip I know. Quilici has a girlfriend. As cute as... That isn't a secret. Have you heard of the incident at Beldereno Pass? 20 settlers. Ever since, people have... Fascinating, isn't it? Sorry to disappoint. Being an out... Ah, you want a story? Very well. Settle in. A young nobleman by the name of Maxim Vidaro sought to inherit a distinguished government position. We'll get to that. A distant cousin cheated Maxim out of the title. He was devastated. His political future uncertain. No one lifted a finger to help. Not the banks, not the merchants, or the politicians. Something like... Maxim plotted his revenge. They say he prayed to Scan, the effigy, god of rebellion and defiance, to ask for a... Take their best and brightest, their heirs, their scholars, their futures. And Maxim did just that. He gathered a following and left the Valian republics, giving thanks to his dark god. We prefer to call it an intellectual haven of free thinkers. Spirento was full of animancers, many of them in debt, and Maxim was a wealthy patron. So the animancers followed Maxim all the way out here, including my parents, Quilici, and others around town. At the time, this place was an animancer's dream. No oversight, limited government. 40 years later, Maxim vanished. Of course, you and I know better. He died peacefully, content. His son has been in charge ever since. I have good reason to be critical, but I also know his life isn't as easy as it looks. He and I might squabble in public from time to time, but we're both just figuring it all out as we go. Thanks for listening.
I love a good ghost story.
Hadn't heard all that before.
One of these days you'll have to tell me an Adiran ghost story. You learn a lot about people by what scares them. What do you... Not before I've done some reading. Like, at least... Fair, yes. Exile in the living lands is not the worst fate a criminal can suffer. But it's... Still, it's a shame. Dorso gave up on the dream of Fior Messiverno. Blamed animancers for the... And I hate to see anyone lose hope. That's all for now. Until next time. Between the two of us, thank you for helping me. Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but... When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground. She's very... Don't let her size fool you. One of these days, she's going to change the world. Shake things up, anyway. If I must. I hope no one minds. I made myself... at home.
Don't. Don't mind at all. It's good to have you. Tell us a bit about yourself, Chief.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death. The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe, they flower, they will never fade. Apple into seed. We think not. They have blossomed now. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change? Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells. More than alive. No suffering. No end. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
Oh, hey! There should be some equipment by the Adra. Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery. Armed and ready for mischief.
Gods! Warn somebody next time.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about? We'll get to that and more, I promise. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the Dream Scourge to show its ugly face. This is no time for hesitation. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Anxiety? Annoyance? Maybe a little bit of, burnt hair smell?
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's That's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Maybe we shouldn't try again with the unreliable soul-powered device.
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine. We twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. Hold on to that feeling. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it. Oh dear. Imagine tossing a pebble and hoping it flattens a blade of grass on the other side of the world. That's what you're asking. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar. We shouldn't jump to... after you.
You were determined to get us all killed, aren't you?
Gods, did you open that door? I've been praying here for ages. And in all that time, I've never found a way down to the lower levels. You're going down there, aren't you? I tell the acolytes to walk softly for a reason. Something is alive. Whatever it is, if you don't return, I'll tell the others.
I feel better about this already. I did not bring us here to explore, but clearly something wants to be found.
I have this feeling we're not supposed to be here.
I wonder, did you open the door, or did the door open for you?
Quiet, Nimdut.
Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom. Charge it up. A little power goes a long way.
Let's take these things back to camp. You can fiddle with them there.
Just a little spark. Little power goes a long way.
No, the knife that pierces in the dark.
Whatever this is, at least it's dead. 2 points for the godless, none for the abominations. Watch your head. There's a trap right ahead.
Bravo!
Beautiful. Life into death. To think it survived all these years.
If you ask me, looks like it's from the ancient Adraku camp.
We've seen godless architecture before. I've never seen godless art until now. Just imagine how much has been lost. We should keep moving. I don't mean to slow us down.
One moment.
I would not go swimming if I were you. Unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it. with the help of some ice.
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
Right behind you.
I'll fix this.
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
One moment.
in the name of Aora is
I do not want to meet whatever killed that thing.
Never seen anything like... We're going to die down here, aren't we? Well, I had a good run.
Got them all.
One moment.
Death into life. Interesting. The Godless clearly had some ideas about reincarnation, even if they didn't have a god.
Let's keep moving. This one makes my neck itch.
Can you imagine? Life without any gods to guide your destiny. Without anyone shepherding you this way and that. Of course I can imagine it, Looks like quite a party. Let's break it up. How did they even get down here? Clever things. I'll say it. I'm impressed.
Zarbs worship as foreign?
There are any monsters left? Show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pillar. A little power goes a long way. Just a little power.
Come, hear us through the Adra.
A little power goes a long way. Charging.
Find us.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here. You're in good hands. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Try making contact with the Adra. The effect should be stronger than...
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts, we welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain. We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls. We dream, the land stirs. We become. They brought their prayers to us. We answered. We do not remember how we grew. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sabado. We offer you connection, root to branch, and you return to us with suspicion. Our spark found you when you dreamed in the womb. Godlike, they said. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long. A mistake, nothing more. We swear, we kept nothing from you. This prison clouds our mind, our memories as murky as fetid water. Find us, free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no, but perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us, perhaps they can quiet the questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akida, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you. Find us in the garden. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. Will you accept it? Take it with our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
Oh, you're back. I made sure...
For a second there, I thought... Most of a day. Better drink some water.
Right. That's a polite way of putting it.
While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands. Somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness.
Right. The garden. Sure. Doesn't sound like something I'd want to mess.
If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at it. I hesitate to bring it up, but... You were muttering while you were out. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar... Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? I'm sorry? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped got trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Not the Adra itself, but we've long theorized that all Adra is connected. But that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb. You could be right, but we have no way of knowing for... We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
Really? I'm the first person you ask about the possibility of a secret god taking up space in your head.
The real question is... Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe we'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden. But we have to find the garden first.
This god like Sokka's out of my depth. Call me when you need to clean a rabbit.
Let's return to Fior Messivernal. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. Gods, the farms, the community, but the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy. The end of the living. We should leave this place and its memories.
Wasn't much here for me to begin with.
Stop! The trees splinter, the rice turns black. The pain! The pain! It come from the outside. How did we...
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? I don't like this. Let's go.
We found a way out while you were sleeping. Looks like a shortcut to the surface.
Little power goes a long way. Charge it. There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. Oh my god! No!
Fuitu Mayu? What happened here?
What happened? Who did this? It's all gone. The city. My home. Right. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilichi. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come. There's not a moment to waste.
I'm sure someone made it. They can't have killed everyone.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian republics. One of a kind. Irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
It's not fair, is it? Not fair.
They burn. They blind us.
Just a little spark.
Little power goes a long way. I hope everyone is all right. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency, but we've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Kulichi, I don't know what I'd do.
I'm sure he's fine. He seemed like a survivor.
Again and again they strike.